coming at you once again. Ha! Boy, that's an interesting couple of days in the news. Israel's getting missiled. Dan Bongino thinks that Mueller is a bad guy. I do too. But new information has come to light. So what I want you to do is I want you to go over to Dan Bongino show. That's Bongino. Bongino. Go over and listen to his last couple of podcasts. Just go put them on it. Just listen to them. You can also get him through iTunes. And I'll put a link in the description if I can remember it. Anyhow, he goes through a whole litany of things what Mueller's doing to, protect the Clintons and to protect the Russian, oligarchs. And then all of a sudden, this one Russian oligarch, all of a sudden there's $100,000 found as a campaign donation to Trump's campaign. Yet this same Russian oligarch, and explain you what an oligarch is a super rich businessman, lives in Russia, tells Russians what to do, and he owns a company called Skoskov or something like that. Anyhow, it's a spy agency like the CIA, only for the Russians. And Clinton claims that she doesn't know it, but yet there's an email with an invitation for dinner at her house. Not at a fancy restaurant in Washington, D.C. At Clinton's house. I may be late to the ball here, but like my buddy sings, I'm going home with the bell of the ball, because I see what's going on. I see what's going on. So there's another fella out there that says that Mueller is actually secretly, mind you, going for indictments on the Clintons and their foundation. And all this other stuff that's going on is just to keep the news media, like a dumb man in a round room told to go piss in a corner. Yeah, yeah, it's a ruse. It's a top secret ruse. Because, you see, Mr. Trump's known about this stuff ever since way before he even started to think about, really putting his hat in the ring for becoming president. I think a whole bunch of military advisors and other folks got with him and said, hey, that last administration, sorry, nose itched. That last administration tried to sell our country out, and we're tired of it, and we cannot allow Clinton to win, and we want to indict a former president and put him in prison. And the only way they could do that, folks, is to get somebody from the inside that believes in his country as much as, the rest of us patriots do on the inside. But on the outside, that wolf in sheep's clothing? Yeah. Only this time they got a sheep dog. Because I was totally shocked that Mueller was starting to do the stupid crap that he's doing, violating the entire Constitution. But I think it was all set up from the beginning. Number one, I think Trump was set up to look as if he had some kind of collusions with the Russians, when it was really the liberal Democrat Clinton and her cronies that all had collusions with the Russians. And not just collusions with the Russians, but were violating all kinds, ITAR, violating all kinds of treaties, all kinds of things that, when it comes to top secret clearancing, they violated all kinds of those things with the Russians, selling them our uranium so that they could get, the best uranium in the world for making nuclear anything. There's ITAR, International Treaty of Arms, ITAR. Everybody that ever works in any kind of military, secrecy type stuff has to sign an ITAR agreement. And everything that you send back and forth, emails and such, has to pass ITAR convention. Yeah. And she had an email that was found in 2016 inviting some dude named Suskoff. I can't pronounce some of those names. I'm getting better though. But there's an email found in 2016 by a gal named Sarah Westfall. And a lot of other information that Dan Bongino has on his recent show. I'm going to have to go back and re-listen to it because, wow. I mean, eye-opening. But he thinks Mueller's a bad guy. And Dan Bongino used to be a Secret Service agent. So if he thinks Mueller's a bad guy, they must either know that he is a bad guy and he really is going after Trump to protect the Clintons, or this is part of the ruse. It's part of the ruse. Because another guy, he breaks it way down. He shows Mueller, working with Mr. Trump and Rosenstein and some of the other fellers in the DOJ to bring the Clinton regime all the way to the ground. And guess who's going to get hanged after that? Just like she said in her campaign. If that MFer becomes president, we'll all hang. Why do you think that is? Because he'll know stuff. Or he already knows stuff. And Mueller knows that he knows stuff. Mueller don't want to go to prison. Because Mueller will go to prison or stand behind a big old wall with a bunch of old boys with rifles. Sorry, got a little hiccup going, but this is a very interesting time that we live in. We should all be thankful that we live in this time, because I'm only sitting here going, oh, the Clintons are going to prison. The Obamas are going to prison. All the jerks in the White House that were there before the one we have now. Now, Trump's got his faults, but he never said he was an angel. He never claimed once that he was an angel. Nope. Nope. Because you got to remember what it says. It has been written. And it's been said and spoken of hundreds and hundreds of times. That the ones that are truly saints have a past riddled with sin. Yeah, I got a past riddled with sin. Yep, I do. I'm not an angel. I'm just an old cowboy from Kansas, surviving, keeping my head above water somewhat. And at the same time, I listen to some of this stuff out there, and I think to myself, man, I'm glad I'm not facing those kinds of charges, because those kinds of charges put you away forever. Forever. In this country. So, y'all better be happy that Mr. Trump did win. Because I wouldn't even... Sorry about that, folks. Sometimes I really can't stand when phone calls come in right in the middle of me recording a session. But anyhow, we'll put all this stuff together and get it out there. Remember, go to the Dan Bongino show and listen to his last podcast. And I'll see if I can find that other fellow that thinks that Mueller is a good guy and is in cahoots with Mr. Trump and keeping this on the down low until all their ducks are in a row. Because you know what they say, when you get all your ducks in a row, you can tell generals to go kiss your ass and tell them how to climb and where to go and where to stick their nose so they get the smelliest spot. Till next time, folks, keep your stick on the ice.